Today, we are all architects, but we're not building with concrete and steel. No, we're building something much more important, our own confidence. So let's get into the 8 quiet habits that create that truly unshakable self-assurance. It's a question we've all probably wondered about. You see those super charismatic people, the ones who just own every room they walk into, and you think, wow, they were just born with it. But is that really how it works? Is it just dumb luck?
The answer? It's a huge, resounding no. Confidence isn't some magical trait you're handed at birth. Think of it like a structure. It has a foundation, it has a framework, it has all the finishing touches. And you know the best part? You're the architect. You get to build it.
And here's the real secret, the thing most people miss. True, deep confidence isn't loud. It's not flashy. It doesn't need to shout from the rooftops. It's built quietly, intentionally, brick by brick, through the things you do every single day. It's a blueprint that you design and you build.
So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to walk through that blueprint piece by piece. We'll look at 8 specific habits that are basically the tools and materials you need. They're the concrete, the steel beams, the whole shebang for your own personal skyscraper of self-assurance.
Every single great structure starts with a solid foundation, right? I mean, if that part's weak, everything you build on top of it is just going to crumble. And when it comes to confidence, that foundation is built 100% inside your own head.
And this foundation, well, it rests on just 2 core habits. Think of these as the concrete slab that everything else, and I mean everything, is going to be built on. Okay, habit number 1 is practicing self-compassion. Now, this isn't about being lazy or letting yourself off the hook. Not at all. It's about fundamentally changing how you talk to yourself when you fail. It's about treating yourself with the exact same kindness you'd give a good friend who just messed up. And this is so key. Most of us have this really loud inner critic, right? It's the voice that just screams, I'm a failure. Self-compassion is about building an inner coach instead. One that says, okay, that didn't work. What can we learn from it? One voice destroys you, the other one builds you up. It's a choice.
The second part of our foundation is acknowledging the small wins. See, our brains are naturally wired to spot all the dangers, all the failures. We have to consciously, deliberately train our brains to see our progress. Did you manage to get out of bed on a really tough day? That is a win. Did you make that one phone call you were dreading? That's a win. Every single time you acknowledge one, you're laying another solid brick in your foundation. I love this quote from the architect Louis Kahn. It's just a perfect way to think about this. Your small wins are kind of like the sun. They're always there, but you only really notice their power and warmth when they have something solid to reflect off of. Acknowledging those wins is you building that wall for the sun to hit. All right, our foundation is poured and set. Now it's time to actually start building the framework. This is where we take that internal mindset we've been working on and we turn it into real external action. This is what gives our confidence a structure you can actually see and feel.
Now listen up, because this is absolutely crucial. Confidence is the result of competence. It's the feeling you get after you prove to yourself you can do something. You build that belief by setting a tiny, clear goal and then actually doing it. The action has to come before the feeling, not the other way around.
And here's how you do it. It's super simple. Don't say, I'm going to get in shape. No, say, I will walk for 10 minutes today. Then break it down even more. Step 1, put on your shoes. And then do that first step right now. This creates this amazing feedback loop of success that just builds and builds on itself. Next up, we work from the outside in. This feels like a magic trick, but it's pure science. Your body has a huge impact on your mind. Just standing up taller, pulling your shoulders back, looking people in the eye, it sends a direct signal to your brain that says, hey, I'm capable, I'm here. You can literally change how you feel just by changing how you stand. Honestly, this might be the biggest superpower of them all. Preparation is the ultimate cure for anxiety. Think about it. When you've actually done the research, when you've practiced the presentation over and over, when you've studied for the test, your confidence isn't just wishful thinking. It's based on cold, hard evidence. The evidence of your own hard work.
Okay, the main structure is up. It's strong, it's functional. But any great building needs those finishing touches, right? The little details that protect it, that make it really last. These next habits are all about reinforcing the confidence you've already built.
Real confidence isn't about being arrogant. It's actually about being humble enough to know that there's always more to learn. When you make learning a habit, you're reading a book, taking an online course, whatever, you're constantly refilling your well of competence. The more you know you can do, the more you trust yourself to handle whatever life throws at you.
This is a total game changer. Instead of walking into a room worrying, what do these people think of me? Try asking a different question. How can I add some value here? Just that little switch flips your focus from your own anxiety to serving other people. And it is a shockingly effective way to feel more grounded and sure of yourself. And that brings us right to the final, most empowering part. After you've laid the foundation, built the framework, and added all these finishing touches, you realize something pretty amazing. You're not just living in the building anymore, you're the architect. You're the one holding the blueprint for its future.
And the final habit is the one that keeps the architect in charge: reflect and adjust. At the end of the day or the end of the week, just take a minute. What worked? What really didn't? What are you going to try differently tomorrow? This is how you make sure your structure isn't just sitting there, but is always being maintained, improved, and made even stronger. So, there you have it, your complete architect's toolkit. Self-compassion and small wins to lay that solid foundation. Concrete goals, confident posture, and meticulous preparation to build the framework. And then, constant learning, focusing on contribution, and reflection. Those are the finishing touches that make it all last a lifetime. And remember, the goal here isn't to one day finally arrive at some magical place called confidence. No, the real goal is to build a strong, reliable, comfortable structure that you can actually live inside every single day, no matter what kind of storms are brewing outside. So the blueprint is in your hands. You have the tools. The only question left is, what's the very first brick you're going to lay